All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Scriptures. First and foremost, all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honors to our elder apostles at GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. All right, we come in and week out to wake up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel to their true nationality and get them to repent, acknowledge their offense, and then come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And be healed. All right. All right. And pray for forgiveness. All right. So here we are again on this day. This is a day that they call the 4th of July, because these devils, that's what they do. All right. They are created to be the devil, and I'm talking about the nation of Edom, right? And you got to know, all right? See, these devils, they know that they're the devil. And what does the devil do? The word devil means deceiver. So they come out of the womb lying, right? And their objective, their purpose on the face of the earth is to deceive, right? Even when there's no call for it, right? This is what they are compelled to do, all right? Because that's what the Most High created them for, all right? Let's go to the beginning. All right, because Esau was there at the beginning. He was there doing what he does, right? Deceiving. This is Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent, all right, so there he is right there. All right, this serpent, right, that we're speaking of right now is that old serpent, right? And let's identify, let's go to the back of the book, which is Revelation, all right? Dragon, serpent, same thing, all right? This is Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Wait a minute. So this is Revelation. We go back to the beginning. Here are the first words in the Bible. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, the Elohim, the gods, created the heaven and the earth. All right? Those are the first words in the Bible. In the beginning. So this is Genesis, all right? And Genesis 3 is in the beginning, right? And right away, this is Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent, all right? Now at the time, this serpent, this devil, had pigment, all right? He had some melanin in his skin. But in the reincarnation, that's when he came out red, all over like a hairy garment, all right? So we go to Revelation, and we read Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. We're talking about that same serpent in the beginning, the old one. That old serpent, all right, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole earth. Okay? So that dude was there. The spirit of Esau was already on the earth in the beginning. Okay? Now, what is his job? Which deceiveth the whole world. Okay? That's his job, is to deceive. All right? They go forth as soon as they be born, telling lies. He is the father of lies. All right? That's his job. Okay, now let's finish that. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power hath made. There it is. Why? Subtle. What is subtlety? Slick, cunning. All right? Those are the attributes of a deceiver. This dude can lie in your face and think nothing of it. He'll make up a story out of whole cloth. All right? And that's what this devil is about to do right now. He's about to use his talents in deception and lies, and he's about to make up a story on Jake to make us the bad guy. He's going to flip the script. He knows that he's the bad guy. All right? This devil knows that his dirt is coming to the surface. Everything that he done hid, everything that he done did is all coming out now. Okay? And so what does he have to do? He has to obfuscate. He has to redirect the attention off of him onto somebody else. Like letting Bill Cosby go right now. Okay? Well, let's let him go. Make him the pariah. Let's make O.J. Simpson the pariah. He's the worst person in the world because he killed his wife. Edomites kill your wife every day. But O.J., right? O.J. went home. How did O.J. go home? Acquitted of all charges. Apparently he didn't kill his wife. If he killed his wife, they would have found that he killed his wife. They didn't find that. What they found was they set him up. What came out at the O.J. trial was they set him up. Them devils, them deceivers. Okay? That's what came out. Otherwise, why did he go home? That nigga would have been up under the prison. Right? They had to manufacture a reason to put him in prison. All right? Like they did the first time. He didn't kill his wife. He went to get his shit back. So you put him in prison. That was your goal in the first place. Bill Cosby didn't do nothing different than everybody at the Playboy Mansion was doing. But you got to make him the face of the wickedness that's going on. And I'm not defending that nigga, all right, because he's hand in hand with the devil. So is OJ. All right, that's what you get running with the devil. But my point is, these devils are in the process right now of making us the bad guy, all right? And then you got, all right, like the situation in Massachusetts where you got these so-called Moors, whatever that is, all right? These dudes are witches, number one. You have to, it's just like being a Mason. It's just a different faction of witchcraft, all right? Because if you don't worship and honor Yahweh Shem Yahushai, everything other than that is witchcraft. Oh, hey, witchcraft, da-da-da. You know what? We're going to see here in a minute. We're going to see which God has all the power, whose God is running shit. We're about to see that. And it ain't no Moors, and it ain't no Masons. Okay? The spiritual demon Satan answers to the Most High. All right? He's in perfect order. So if you have been deceived and you don't understand, okay, that's on you. That doesn't mean that some of us don't understand who the devil is, right? Who Satan works for. All right, some of us have been given the keys to the castle, if you will. Some of us can prove all things with the scriptures. All right? The God of the heaven and the earth, who created all things, is found in the Bible, not the Quran, not in the Moorish Science Temple. Okay? So whoever these Moors are that brandished weapons and ran out into the woods, whatever fucking kind of story that is, all right? What they're going to do with that story, right? They're going to use it to attack us. That's what they're going to do. This is the book of Job 1 and 6. Now watch how it reads, and you're going to find that the spiritual demon Satan is one of the Most High's angels on the left-hand side. And just like all the angels, they answer to the Most High. They don't fight with the Most High. They don't stage a coup and get kicked out of heaven. That's bullshit. All right? You don't understand what the words are saying there. All right? You believe in Jewish fables, all right? But the men of the Lord, we understand this and we can break it down, whether you hear or forbear, meaning whether you understand it or not. All right? Job 1 and 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. All right? So to present yourself, all right, whoever the commanding general is, and it's not Johanna, all right? Whoever is in charge of everything, all right, when you go to present yourself, you go, you stand at the position of attention, present your arms, order arms, and then you stand at a parade round. That's how you present yourself, all right? So what the scripture is telling you is that the angels, who are the sons of God in this situation, came to present themselves. They were in order. And Satan was in order too, because he's one of the Most High's angels. He just does the dirty work. All right? So what it's telling you is that Satan was in perfect order. He presented himself too. All right? He's under the command of the Most High. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Okay, and that's all I need. All right, when you explain it like that, either you get it or you don't. All right? And if you read down, you find that the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, all right, which means he that be, or he is, gave Satan the power. Satan ain't got no power over the Most High. The Most High gave Satan the power to do what he would, right, with Job. He didn't say, you know what, I'm going to go fuck him up. No. The Most High said, you know what, I'll take that bet, you know, and I'm paraphrasing. Satan said, I bet you if you jack him up, he'll curse you to your face. And the Most High said, you know what, let's find out. You go. Okay, so the Most High is giving the orders, not Satan. All right? Back to his physical counterpart. Satan's spiritual demon's physical counterpart, who is Esau. His job is to deceive you. Number one, to blame everything on the spiritual demon Satan and act like he's not his physical counterpart. or that he's not the devil that he actually is. All you got to do is shine a light on this devil, and he hates that, right? And the light is being shown on him. How? Through through the understanding of this book. It condemns this guy, and now we can see. We understand it now, all right? Because the Most High woke us up, allowed us the understanding. All right, he opened the seals. We got it, and all it does is points straight at this devil. He knows he's caught, so he has to formulate a plan. Okay, he has to do what he was created to do, which is to lie and to pawn that shit off on somebody else. And that's where we're at right now. Okay, they're gonna make a case against us. Here it is. We ain't done nothing to nobody. They're gonna get some actors out there, because you got some Jakes out there that are sworn to this devil system, and their allegiances to this devil, okay, before their own people. Masons will look you straight in the eye, thinking that I'm talking about you, Prince Hall, you Negroes. Your job is to facilitate this devil's wishes. And you're going to go against your own people so that you can have a piece of the devil's pie. 33rd, you want 33 degrees of the devil's pie. 33%. All right? And we know about you. All right, the Moors. Who do the Moors worship? They don't worship Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're worshiping another God. All right? They got that crescent and the star, and got a little fez on your hat, on your head, a kufi or whatever. All right? So you're worshiping another God, whether you know that or not. You will know real soon. All right? Because the first commandment in the scriptures is, you shall have no other gods before me. So you are already fucked up. And for that, guess what? You're going to get jacked up. We'll see. All right? Because you're not with the men of the Lord. You're against us. If you're not with the Most High, you're against the Most High. The Most High has enemies. Okay? And if we go and we look at the Most High's enemies, all right, the religion that you practice, all right, those names of the creators of those religions is going to come right up. This is Psalm the 83rd chapter. And let's go down the list. Psalm 83 and 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. There you go. All right. Islam and all of that shit. That's their shit. And of Moab and the Hagarenes, there it is. All right. That's all of that African shit that has nothing to do with us. All right, the Philistines. That's that Hamitic, Hotep Hamitic shit. That is, first of all, Egypt was destroyed. Egypt already got their ass kicked by it, and all of them did. But it's going to happen all over again. Yes, indeed. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to destroy all those nations and put them in subjection. Then will you know that you fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. All right? That's what's coming. All right? So anyway, we're in the time where these assets, Esau's assets, you Masons, right? You Black Panther, all of this stuff was created by Esau. You get to the very top of it, ain't no Negroes running the Black Panthers, okay? They don't have to let you run around with a gun. They can hem you up whenever they want to, bring charges, set you up. They've been doing it for years. Cut your leader off, which is why there are no leaders. They make sure anybody that has the potential to lead or to get out of line, out of their order, they'll set you up and put you to death. Why? Because the Most High is not protecting you. The Most High is protecting the men of the Lord. All right? So those people will be used against the men of the Lord, right? You're going to go shoot a cop or whatever story they're making up right now. Okay, did he shoot the cop? Did he not shoot the cop? Nobody knows. They ain't going to let the nigga talk. Either he's working with them or he got set up. Okay? Why did that happen? Because the Most High is not with him. All right? This guy is claiming to be of the faith, right? But the faith tells you not to run around with a weapon and shooting nobody. Okay? Yahushua rebuked Peter. Peter cut the ear off and he said, hey, put the ear back on. All right? Yahushua said, if it were my kingdom, my servants would fight. Don't fight. Okay? Here's how you fight. With this sword, with these words. They overcame him by the word of the Lord, by the testimony. All right? This is how we win. Okay? And Esau knows that. He knows that we ain't out doing that. But what he has to do is he got to formulate a story to make it look like that's what we're about. So you're going to tie in, oh, well, this guy's an Israelite. He wears a crystal. He's got on a garment. He wears fringes. The setup is so obvious. But what we want you to do is we want you to hurry up and do what the fuck you gotta do. Do your thing. So that we can get the hell out of here. Because as soon as you make your move, when you come in like that flood, then the standard gets lifted. And we're really, we're at sudden death. That's what they call it. The game is really over. It's just overtime. And nigga, you know you're in overtime. You know that your time is gone. So you gotta do what it is that you do. You gotta bring your deception, bring your lies, all right? Bring your murderous rampage. The 2/3 are gonna take it. They're gonna take it on the chin. But the men of the Lord, guess what? We're gonna be delivered. Okay? It's gonna be a few martyrs, but we're gonna be delivered. All right, in the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua, by the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Kodash. All right? So, and we know that. So really you don't scare us at all. We just want you to hurry up. Our fear belongs to the Most High. All right? And so does yours. And you know you're trapped. Okay? You're in a corner. So, we know what you got to do. We know what your next play is. Salaki. Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O power Hold not thy peace and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. So right now we understand that the Most High has enemies. Why? Because he created it that way. There are people that hate God. Okay? And even convinced his own people, Israel, to hate him too. All right? You two-thirds got to go. This is the understanding. The water Yahweh, why Yahweh shot for this knowledge, all right, all day. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Somebody's out there hating on the Most High. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Okay, so the enemies of the Most High are the enemies of Israel as well. And you got to know who your enemy is. All right? Especially today. Because if they run some little covert missions, all right, we're going to find out if what they say is true. If they're going to run some little missions and try to, hit some soft targets today, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens in August. If Trump doesn't get reinstated, we're coming after you niggers. Guess what? We know. We know about your little plans, devil. All right? Let's further identify the enemy. All right? This is Luke. St. Luke 1. Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Let's talk about Yahweh Shah. As he spoke by the mouths of his holy prophets, that's us, which have been since the world began. That's us. All right? In the beginning, the gods, the 1/3, and Yahweh Shah. That we should be saved from our enemies. Huh? Yahweh Shah is coming for what? That we should be saved from. Why did he come? Because he's about to save us from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Wait, who hates us? That's an easy one. Who hates niggas? The devil does. The red man. Esau, Edom. That's your enemy. The tabernacles of Edom. Amalek. All right? They stole your identity. They hate you so much, they just want to be you. All right? That's the understanding of this book. All right? That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. All right? So knowing who your enemy is very important. It's integral to understanding the story of this book. The Most High has enemies. Your enemy, the devil, is going to say, and I'm talking about you Edomites, you're going to try to make it seem like you love, wait, you're not my enemy now? And you seething with hate. Okay? But we know you, devil. We understand you. We understand the scripture. We have eyes to see and ears to hear, meaning we got your number. And you're doomed. You are doomed to your fate, which is slavery, hardcore. Okay? You're going to be in that pit, buddy. You're going to catch hell. What you did to us, you're going to catch hell. Okay? You must pay for what you did to the apple of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's eye. All right? There's nothing you can do. All right? Now, we keep hitting on enemies. Okay? When we're rescued, all right, first of all, who has us in captivity? They're not slaves. You're not a slave. Fuck you. Don't tell me what I am. Shut the fuck up. You ain't running shit, devil. All right? You were never a slave. Your grandfather wasn't. Yes, we are to this day. So fuck you. According to the scriptures, we are yet in our captivity. So don't tell me. You take that up with the Most High. We'll see. When you're in slavery, we'll see. All right? Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Who ascended up? The elect of Israel. Okay? Who are the enemies of Israel? You Edomites, you Moabites, you Hagarenes. Everybody that was mentioned in Psalm 83. Okay? Who are you? Have to know who you are and who your enemy is. And they have gone through great lengths to convince you that, oh, I'm not your enemy. Oh, you're not an Israelite. Who does that? Who's out deceiving people? What does the word devil mean? Okay. Who is your adversary? Your adversary, the devil, knoweth that he hath but a short time. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. See how that works? This whole Bible is about who the children of Israel are. They're God's chosen people, and who their enemies are, because it's been hidden. But again, the Most High done woke us up and gave us the understanding of this book. Now we can identify who we are and who our enemy is. All right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he, who's he? Your enemy, shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Now let me see. Who could that be talking about? Who is my enemy? Who made us to serve hardcore slavery and made no account of our labors? Okay, so you know what? Guess what, Esau? Fuck what you talking about. The cat is out of the bag. You can't put it back in. It's just a slow walk until you're subdued, grabbed up. Guess what? Whatever happened to us, all right? Yoke around the neck, hanging, beating, slavery. It's going to happen to you. This is why you're mad. Guess what? It's your turn to drink of the cup and the dregs of the cup. All right? So you better live it up on your Independence Day, because you ain't independent. All right? You're going to come to us in want of all things. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So, yoke of iron in one of all things. You're not independent. Let's go back and get that. Let's go back and get this. You're not independent. At all. Therefore, this is coming to you now. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. Doesn't sound too independent. You're going to have to come to us in want of all things. Where's the independent? I'm an independent woman and all of that. You destroyed us. You destroyed our women. All right, guess what? We're going to destroy your women. And I know you hate that. You had your way with our women. With our women. That's one of them things. You're going to have to endure all of those things. You're going to have to take it like we did. Now, you do have this on your side. We're not wicked like you, all right? We're bound by the laws in this book. We have the capacity for righteousness. You don't. You have the capacity to break every rule and lie about it. You have the capacity to do the greatest in wickedness that has ever been on the face of the earth. That's what you do. That's what you were created like that. All right, and that's what it is. We get it. All right. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy. Wait a minute. Who's that? Here's the instruction here. All right. Never trust thine enemy. Now that we have identified our enemy, then these words jump off the page and you get some understanding. Never trust your enemy. Why? Because this is how the Most High created things. And if you have this knowledge, if you have this information, all you got to do is follow instructions. Your bestie friend, your bestie, he actually hates you. He's your enemy, right? You got an Israelite here, you got an Edomite here. They're the best of friends. You know what? That's a lie. This dude is hiding under his tongue how he actually feels. Oh, well, we were born on the same block, and we've been friends going back 30 years. This motherfucker hates you. And he's hiding, all right? Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. That's all he's got, all right? Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Guess what? Here we are, the children of Israel, and we got somebody out here acting like us and passing laws that if we ever told the truth, then somehow we get in trouble. You know, stood up in our place. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, they hath overthrown us. He stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. Okay? And you can have it right now. You can have whatever you want in this wicked-ass kingdom that is about to be burned up. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? All right? Sirach 12 and 15. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy, who's that? Your enemy. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right, so, hey, guess what? You ain't fooling nobody, devil. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay, guess what? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. We're more wise than you. We're more subtle than you now. You don't know that we have the understanding of this book. All right? There's no way you can understand that the Most High is dealing with us. All right? We could tell you all day long. You're like, oh no, you're just a nigger. Because that's how you're set up. You have no understanding. None of the wicked shall understand, but the wise, the ones with the wisdom that there's no way you can understand. The Most High is dealing with us. Okay? Your Your envy, your jealousy, your anger won't allow you to acknowledge the truth. Okay? The truth just fucking kills you. It's a vibration that, will put you to death. Just the truth of the words of the Bible, the frequency, right? It's such a high frequency and you're such a low being, you're decomposing because of this truth. The vibration of truth is so high, being pushed out right now. The spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is a frequency. And it's being pushed. It's a beautiful thing to see GMS Saudi Arabia, all right, letting you know that this truth has reached this gospel has been preached in the four corners of the world, man. And now, here comes the end. Here's your end. That's a sign of the end. Okay? Then shall the end come. All right? The end of all things is at hand. We can see it. We can taste it. All right? There's blood in the water. You have been found out, devil. It's Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Our enemies. When they see it, who sees it? When our enemies see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right, when you read that, the strangeness of our salvation. Well, let's read about the strangeness of our salvation, because as soon as it comes up, guess what? So does our enemies. Back to Revelation 11. Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. That's the strangeness of our salvation. It just described it. Okay? We're going to hear a voice from heaven, from above, saying, Come up hither. And we're going to get beamed up into the chariots. Right? And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. The strangeness of our salvation. Okay? All right? And we can do this all day because we have the full understanding of this book. And you can't do a damn thing about it. Okay? You could try to suppress it and take down our videos so that it doesn't spread, but guess what? That's not going to do a damn thing. First of all, the word already gone out to who it's supposed to. You think you can stop the Most High, his program? No, you can't. You can't stop it. You don't have a damn chance. So enjoy your little day that you call independent, because you ain't even independent. You're already done. You're already through. All right. Though it tarry, wait for it. It will not tarry. It's Joel 3. and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, what days? In the last days, what time? This time. Last days and time. When I shall bring the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. What am I looking for? Habakkuk? Salaki. Where's Habs? Salaki, this is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end what? We're at the end. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? All right? Here we are. Devil, okay? Your little wicked ass day, whatever this shit represents, we know it's against the Most High. Because Babylon the Great, your mother, all right, which you're claiming independence from, guess what? She still got you. So under that whole thing, there's some kind of you lie going on. And it doesn't even matter. We can look it up and find out, but all of it goes back to wickedness and thumbing your nose at the Most High. And subduing his children, the children of Israel. All right? All 12 tribes. We understand that. We understand. So, prayers go out to prayers for safety and caution go out to the men of the Lord on this day. All right. The angels are with you. All right. Be circumspect, because these devils will try to set you up. All right. They know what's going on. They see this shit. They see Negroes rising up, carrying guns and marching in the streets and taking down monuments and stuff. These devils are scared, right? And they're proud as fucking can be. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them? You're going to be that booty. You're going to be our possession. All right? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Got a lot to pay for, devil. Let's show you the booty. Let's see the booty here. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. There's the booty. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day, in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. All right? There's the booty. So, devil, your days are very numbered. Hopefully it's like two more days and this thing is in the shitter, in the can. All right? But hey, guess what? We got patience. All right? Revelation 13:9-10. Line upon line, precept upon precept. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Hey, we are patiently and faithfully waiting for the next 2 days to go by so your ass is going to get him done. Okay? And if it takes 3 days, we're going to patiently wait. Okay? But we're going to count every minute and pray to the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to speed the days up. Even more so. All right? Seems like I was just out here like a day ago. And it's been a week, so we know that the days have been sped up. This devil is out stabbing everybody in the arm, trying to kill. And it's so funny how how people can't even understand something so stupid, right? Here it is, the Most High created the human body perfectly. And this devil comes around, oh no, I know better than the Most High. You got to do that. You got to put this in. Come on. Just common sense, which obviously isn't common at all, should tell you that the devil is at work. When somebody said, well, the whole world has to, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous notion. And check that nigga and see if he took it. Okay? Hell no, he didn't take it. That's the first thing. You frog march all these motherfuckers that are pushing this thing. and check them and see if they took it. That's all you got to do. You want everybody to take this thing? Let's start. You start by letting us do it to you, and then the jig is up. Never trust thine enemy. It's simple, really. All right? Let's go back to the beginning. Genesis 25 and 22. Salakia. 25 and 22, and the children struggled together within her. There's a continual fight. The fight ain't going nowhere. Genesis 27 and 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, which is his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right? We know what you devils are up to. What is this, what is this stab and jab about? You trying to slay your brother Jacob. Never trust that enemy. You gotta watch this motherfucker all the way behind. He'll try to lunge at you. He's so mad. See, you can't even trust the Edomite right now. They might be looking at you like you're a soft target, not knowing that the angels are here. He might try to lunge at you with a sword. Second Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Nigga, we know. Nigga, we know what you're up to. Okay? And you know we know. That's why you're trying to shut us down. But guess what? You can't resist the will of the Most High, nigga. All right? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and close. All right? Let this devil have his wicked ass day. Hey, Abad Babal. All right? This is Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? So continue on your watch. All right? Be extra vigilant right now because this devil is desperate. All right? When you see shit like the situation in Florida with the cop, and then the situation in Massachusetts, all right? You see that setup coming. These motherfuckers are desperate, man. All right, so with that, just stay vigilant, all right? Be circumspect, because this nigga is about to go buck-ass wild and show his horns, all right? So with that, we can say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Kodash, all right? Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. Shalom.